I'm Essie, and we're here with Adam from Norse Foundry.
How's it going, friends?
Hey, Adam, how are you?
I'm doing great.
How are you enjoying your con so far?
It's crazy. I'm loving it.
It is crazy, especially the walk here and then the run up the stairs. We're definitely getting our steps in. So this is our second annual coverage of PAX Unplugged. We're here again at Norse Foundry, and I'm very excited. Adam's going to show us some of their favorite featured products as far as what Norse Foundry likes, and then we're going to ask Adam about his favorite product. So what do y'all have going on as far as Norse Foundry that's new or that you're trying to promote as like new and exciting?
Alright, so this is one of our popular sets that we had that we premiered at Gen Con this year. This is called Cloud Top Silver with the etchings. Once the light hits it, it's got this really cool blue effect to it.
I can't believe I missed those earlier. Yeah, they're glowing from here.
Yeah.
I
So
need those. I need all these dice, but
want and need is a very big thing. Want is an even bigger thing as well too. Another big popular one we have, I notice in this set too, a lot of them are already gone, but we have Pebbles, which everybody really likes. Everybody likes the super dinky dice. And then we even go up to something big. Everybody's always trying to check out a boulder as well too.
Yep, that would be a good set prop.
Yeah,
and you can never have too much amethyst.
Never too much. Well, technically, I've got my very own little set of amethyst inside of my necklace, so I'm always ready to go with a game.
Anything that's actual gemstone we love, because we do like witchy content, we're in witchy content, so we have tons of amethyst and everything just kicking around everywhere. It's part of our whole channel points thing and everything too, so we love coming over here and seeing the real gemstone dice again.
Awesome. And anything else that we have too? Oh, actually, here's some of the other favorites that I was talking about too. This right here would be our Alexandrite that we have with the etchings on top of that as well. So we do have an in gemstone.
Translucent, sort of prismatic effects that you get from that one. That one's really nice.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I really like this dice tray too, because I bumped into it the other day when I was talking to Eric. He's like, "Don't break it." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
So we call that our tri-dice tray. It's got our insignia on the top of that. It actually holds 7 sets of dice on the inside of it. Super cool, and the magnets in it are super hard and tough as well too, so if you happen to drop a thing, it's not just going to burst open and like leave all your stuff splattered all over the floor.
Which is a big thing, and then, like Eric said last time, you don't want to have a loose D4, because then you have a pain in the foot and the caltrop.
Yeah!
That's the one that I always get stuck like under the corner of a carpet, or like under a couch.
Those ones, and of course those are always the first ones that get lost, because then you definitely find it later, embedded in your heel.
Exactly. Now, what about favorite products? Do you have a personal favorite product?
My personal favorite, yeah, actually, let's head over to the other side.
One of my personal favorites.
Yeah, so one of my personal favorites that I've started loving that we started doing is this blue halite brass. And what's really awesome with it too is if you take a black light to it, you can see some of the other specks of the stone on the inside. And you can get it to start to glow.
Yeah.
So that's actually a lot with a lot of these other ones. So like our limestone, you can actually get it to start glowing as well too, hitting some of the specks of the stone. Just kind of go over some of the other ones, but yeah, the blue halite brass. That's gonna be my my new one for the year. I've been eyeing that one since Gen Con a couple months ago.
And do you still have the last question? Do you still have the ethically sourced antler dice?
Which one?
The antler dice from last year.
The deer antler? Yeah.
Those were Eric's. Oh, I think he's just gonna drop them. Yeah. I just wanted to show these off one more time because they're so cool.
Absolutely. So these are deer antler, actual deer antler. We do have them mixed with resin as well too.
Yep.
Just because if it was a full deer antler, it would start chipping away over time. So that resin just helps the life of it start to build up even more with it. Exactly.
It's not a TTRPG product unless you're dealing directly with a ton of resin.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. All right, cool. Adam, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for showing us my personal favorite, your personal favorite, and your future products. We appreciate y'all as always. Thank you so much, and we'll see y'all at. We're going to try to get to Gen Con, maybe, but if we don't, we'll see you next year.
Sounds good. I love it. Yeah, thank you so much, friends, for hanging out.
Of course, of course. Thanks, Garnet. Tony, hi. Hello, who are you and what do you do here?
So I am the creator of RPG Zine Club and the chief alchemist at +1, which is a weird little brand that helps different indie RPGs get out in the world. We want to help creators get their games into publication and most importantly to the table, to the stream, to places people can play them. So we make a lot of games, we help people ship their games all over the world, or we get a bunch of our friends together to come to conventions and sell all our games at our booths. So that's a little bit about what we're all about.
Heck yeah, and this is the softcover copy. We were able to get a hardcover, and this was like the best one shot that we've ever done. So thank you for the recommendation.
Absolutely.
And for hooking us up with Max Belander, super cool person.
Max is amazing.
Yeah, it was really a pleasure to work with Max. Max, hi if you're watching. So, can you tell us a little bit about if you have, and I'm going to go back to down below, but do you have a future product that you're trying to promote? If you had to pick one that's like, this is really what we're trying to build awareness for.
So,
I know all of them are so good.
They are, but it's really interesting. So right now we are in a huge shift as a company. So you mentioned RPG Zine Club, like that is really it. So it's not one product, it's a whole membership community, and it's about rallying around small and emerging creative voices, around helping marginalized voices or queer voices get their games into print. And so Zine Club is a monthly subscription that people can sign up for. We have a story game we put out every month, an adventure game we put out every month, or some people are like, just give me all the games. And so we ship the zines out all over the world. We've got a couple hundred members, which is great because it lets people kind of sidestep having to go through crowdfunding or something else like that, and lets them just celebrate the release of the game, have the community of people to talk about it with, look for other people to play with, and connect with those creators. So it's not just, hey, what's +1 doing, but what are we seeing happen in the creative community right now? So like this month we've got Fear the Taste of Blood by Kayla Dice, who's based out of the UK. One player plays as the monster, one player plays as the survivors, and the other player plays as the knight. Josh Fitty, we have a liminal reality horror like setting that's kind of inspired by Battleground, so it's all this creepypasta stuff. You've all been pulled into this weird space and you're trying to figure out what's going on and how to get out of it. So like different things every single month by different creators, brand new, first time in print. But it's, again, more about creating that sustainability, creating that community of celebrating it, and then being able to invest more intentionally in creators who wouldn't necessarily be able to get their game into print otherwise.
I'm so happy that you agreed to talk to us, because this is exactly what we want to do. This is what we try to do. This is exactly what we want to do. Like, more than just one a year. It would be amazing. We're going to start with that. I recognize some names that we've seen on other channels, and extremists. Candlelight. This is amazing. Now, if you have a favorite product that you're or one that you're really into,
okay, so I love all of our, but I love all of our Together We Go games. It's our house kind of old school system. So Down We Go started it all, right? So it is our kind of fantasy, old school inspired game. Big narrative pop, a lot of table brewing. Characters can die quickly, but if you play smart, you can survive. I love it, but I am currently in the middle of building out an expansion for it called To Live Beneath, which we're about to launch on Kickstarter in February, and we're finishing up Through the Void, which is my personal like love letter to hard sci-fi, lethal space adventures, looking at wonder and awe at a universe that could kill you at any moment. So that's Through the Void, which is part of like the Together We Go line.
Awesome. And speaking of Down We Go, we're going to be running this on our channel. Thank you, Sarah, for hooking us up with this. This looks really cool. Everything you said about that sounds amazing. So we're going to be running that. We're probably going to be doing it sometime around the spring or early summer. So stay tuned for that. And I was curious about this hardcover, the Wild Scene. I'm pretty sure I've seen some stuff on that before too.
Yeah, let me just rant on this creator for a second. So this is Mythwork Games. Mythwork Games, like really, they make art objects that happen to be games also too. So Wild Scene is absolutely gorgeous game, but the product design is just super smart because first thing we all want to know when we open a game is what is it like to play, right?
Yes.
Page 1 after table of contents, you get the core concepts, and then you get a basic rules working, and then an overview of play. Like the first 3 pages are everything you need to know to really understand and explain to your players, here's what the system is like. But it's this giant world with this that's been taken over by foliage. You've got living machines. It's a dice pool system. It plays really quick and smooth. It's a beautiful, just like world building endeavor. But you get just this crazy art pop. Let me find another big one. Like the whole way through, this is absolutely gorgeous. So Shane created a Cyber Plus Punk, which is the series of pamphlet games.
My eyes were immediately drawn to that.
Yeah, it's a box set. So this is the core game, but it's really this pamphlet and this pamphlet.
Wow.
This is what a GM needs. This is what a player needs. These are dry or wet erase, so you can reuse them over and over again. But it's your last, you're going on one more run as a Blade Runner or a hacker, trying to make what you need to get out. Oftentimes you will bring characters back over and over again, but it's really designed as a one-shot. But let's say you want to play in a slightly different vibe. Let's play, you want a little bit more of a Blade Runner Mega City type vibe. Or if you want a little bit more of a patchwork, like steampunk type vibe. Or Predator or Shadow Running, right? These are all different settings that you can play in. So one half is this core game, the other half is this setting, and it's just this killer physical product, like that's put all together. But the art is just super rich. This company consistently puts out some of the best stuff, and it was really great when they were like, "Hey, can we start putting some of our stuff in your store?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." So this is the first time we've had them in our booth at a con, but Ray is running around here, running games all weekend long, hanging out with people. So we're super happy to help get the games in the folks' hands.
That's amazing, and 2 years in a row, this is my favorite booth. Right? Don't tell anybody else. This is amazing. Everybody's gonna see it, but seriously, it's all about supporting like indie and smaller creators. That's like the whole point, I feel like, of this community and of PAX Unplugged, just bringing them together and smaller creators and marginalized creators, getting them at the table to tell their stories. So I'm really excited to do both and to actually get y'all on the video this year. So thank you so much to me and Sarah for your time. I'm gonna get the elbow bump for you.
Yeah.